I heard that you cried. Come this way, let me be a friend. My home's open wide. We can live here. We can die. There's nothing to fear if you try. If you keep believing, like rain falling soft from the sky, I'll tend to your needs. We can live here. We can die. We can.
Hi everybody, it's wonderful to come talk to you today. I hope everybody is staying warm in this January weather. It's a huge snowstorm today here in Michigan. So I thought, what a great day for a video, and what a great day to talk about skincare. Like how we take care of our skin in January isn't like how we take care of our skin in July. So I thought maybe we could talk about that for a little bit today. So I was doing really well with my skin routine, and I was really happy with everything, and I thought I was looking better than I'd ever looked at my skin. And then boom, all of a sudden I started to look a little bit dull. And I noticed when I was getting my hair done that my skin looked very dry, and I have oily skin, and suddenly my skin looked dry. So I kind of freaked a little, and then I decided I'm gonna have to tweak some things, and that's what I did. So I thought, maybe some of my tweaks would work for you. So why don't we just get started? The first thing that I did was I got my humidifier out of the closet and I filled it with water and I plugged it in, and wow, what a difference. A lot more moisture in the air, and my skin felt softer and it looked brighter after one day. So why it took me till the middle of January to remember to plug in my humidifier, I'm not sure. The type of humidifier I have is a Honeywell, and it only cost me $35. A humidifier is like such an amazing tool to help us look younger and to make our skin look more hydrated. And the thought that it's the middle of January and I forgot to plug it in just amazes me. So I'm hoping that you have a humidifier and that you are using it for your skin. And the second thing that I had to do was I had to up my water. I had to drink a lot more water because of the temperature in the house and the heat. I was becoming dehydrated, and you really don't think about that in the wintertime, that you're being dehydrated, but I absolutely was being dehydrated. One of the symptoms of being dehydrated is having muscle cramps and Charlie horses. And the other morning I had my first Charlie horse since 7th grade when I was 13 and ran track. So I figured, you know what, I think that's my body's way of telling me that I am dehydrated. Okay, the third thing I had to modify was I had to stop taking super hot shower. I love hot showers, and I would put my face right underneath the hot water coming out, and I can't do that. That is so drying for your skin, especially in winter. So absolutely no, not hot showers. Definitely dial that temperature back, and so it's a much milder shower and a much shorter shower. The next thing I did was I made sure that I used my Shea butter soap. And I had kind of put it to the wayside because I had been sent some products, some cleansers to use, and I was kind of having fun with that because it's always fun to try something new. But in the wintertime, with the snow, with the wind, oh my gosh. No, I went right back to the Shea butter. That is so important, especially in winter. For us gals that are in the Northeast or in Canada or in a much colder climate, we really have to have some type of cleansing for our skin that is going to be so gentle and so moisturizing. The elements are so harsh, and we don't need to be any more harsh on our skin than we absolutely have to be. And if you Google shea butter and you start reading about shea butter soap, natural shea butter soap, it's amazing what it does for your skin, and especially in winter. It just plumps you up, brightens you up. I think I did a whole video on it, so we don't have to go over it and over it, but I absolutely can't say enough about, in the harsh winter months, using shea butter to clean your face is so very important. Well, you know, last week I got my hair done. I got my hair cut and colored, and you can't really tell because I have it up today. But when I was having my hair cut, I looked in the mirror, and you know what it's like when you're at the salon and the lights are super bright and harsh and the shadows are bouncing, and I don't know, for me, I look in the mirror and I look 100, and the sweet gal that's styling my hair and coloring my hair is like 12. And so I really start to sink in my chair and start to feel a little weird. And so I'm not quite sure that I'm really taking in how I look. But last week I looked in the mirror and I just thought, oh my, what has happened? I look dry. And you know, when you look dry and when your foundation is starting to dry on your face, it kind of pulls you down. And so that is what I really noticed. So out of that experience at the hairdressers, a couple things happened to me. And number one was that I started to use a little bit of argan oil, just a touch, with my various foundations. And I'm really currently only using 2 foundations. I'm using the BB cream argan oil and I'm using the Circa foundation. So I'm using just a touch of argan oil with that foundation, and that just makes it nicer. And so the foundation isn't going to, you know, it almost like dries on your face like a mask. Well, that's not happening when I added the argan oil. I can't add too much because then it will break down the molecules of the makeup, and then it'll go on patchy, so you don't want to do that. But that helped me so much, and I loved it because my makeup then went on smooth, and it stayed smooth, and it didn't dry down my face, and that's huge for me. And the one thing that I noticed is I had to get a lot more moisture onto my skin. It really was not, whatever I was doing was not working. And you know, I was kind of thinking that rosehip oil, you know, all the wonderful things that rosehip oil does, you know, increase circulation to your skin and help fighting free radicals and anti-aging and helping you with your lines and wrinkles and helping with scarring and discoloration. And then I kind of just always thought, oh yeah, well, it helps with hydration too. Well, no, it doesn't. Rosehip oil has nothing to do with hydrating our skin. It acts a lot more like retin-A. So I kind of got that kind of messed up in my head. So I thought, you know, I'm going to have to go back to, I was using the dupe for Genevieve. I was using the youth code, what's it called? The Skin Recharger. So I actually went back to the store to buy that, and of course it's sold out because the youth code Skin Recharger is the dupe for Genevieve, and it is the worst kept secret in the US because whenever I go to buy it, it's never there. So I thought, okay, I can't use a heavy cream on my face. That makes me uncomfortable and hot, and I can't stand it. It makes me claustrophobic to use heavy creams on my face, but I had to get more moisture. So I kind of Googled moisture, winter, anti-aging, and I came up with grape seed oil. And I thought, oh no, I'm not buying another oil. I don't want to go down that road. So I then searched for a lotion that was all natural, that would have grape seed oil in it, so I could have the benefits of the grape seed oil in helping me with discoloration and brightening, but also giving me the hydration that I need for the winter. And lo and behold, I did find a product like that. I did find my product that had cocoa oil, aloe vera, and grape seed oil, and it's called Kiss My Face. And this one is vitamin A and vitamin E. which of course we all know vitamin A and you can't get any better than that for your skin. So they're antioxidants, and it is chocked full of grapeseed oil. It's one of the first ingredients in it. This is all natural, no parabens, no animal testing. It is, if you go to their website, this Kiss My Face website, you can read about their mission statement and why each product is so importantly natural. And this is not a paid video. I'm not being sponsored by this company. They don't know I exist. It gives me the hydration I need. It helps me fight the free radicals in the air. It goes on just like a serum, and it's so hydrating. And I tell you, right before, in the morning, after I do my skincare routine, the last thing I put on my face before my makeup is this lotion, and I absolutely love it. Like I said, it feels like a serum, but the hydration is unbelievable, and that's so much what I needed in the winter. And then at night, the last thing I put on my face after my serums is this particular product, this lotion. So I don't know if it's going to work for you, but I absolutely love it. I would rather have my products unscented, but you know, if I can find this product with like a coconut or an almond scent, I would buy it.
Walked out again. I heard that you cried. Come this way, let me be a friend. My home's open wide. We can live here. We can die.
Those are some of my winter tweaks, and I hope that they help you, and I'm sure you have some winter tweaks that could help me. So if you want to, just leave them in the comments. And I just hope everybody is going to stay beautiful this winter. I wanted to tell you, I did go on my lunch date, my rescheduled lunch date on Monday, and it was so wonderful to see my friend. We used to be together years ago, and it was just lovely to talk to him. It was a 3-hour lunch, and about 15 minutes into our lunch, he was telling me about a woman that he met about a year ago, and that he had fallen in love with her. And it kind of took me aback, and for a minute I just felt like, oh, this is not what I expected. But I was okay. I was fine. In fact, though, as he talked, it's almost like when he was talking about her, I kind of like put him on mute in my mind, and I started to think about that movie, the Sandra Bullock movie, While You Were Sleeping. And while she's in her apartment and she's feeding her cat, and she's single, and like her sweaty landlord is up, you know, in her apartment and trying to hit on her. Anyway, for some reason I thought about that movie, and I was kind of charmed by it, and I thought, well, Sandra Bullock in that movie was single, and I'm single, and I don't have a cat, but I have a dog, and I don't know why all these crazy things were in my head about that silly movie. And so then I unmuted him, and then he was still, you know, talking about this woman, and I thought he was going to declare his undying love for me, and he wanted to get back with me, but nothing could have been farther from the reality of the situation. But it's funny, you know, when you hang out with an ex, you kind of go back to those patterns that you used to have when you were together. And he's a very strong man, and he always had a way of sort of putting me down and making me feel less than. And years ago, when I didn't know who I was, I took it, and I kowtowed. I took it. But during that 3-hour lunch, I didn't take anything. I was very strong. I held my own, and I never let him make me feel that I was less than. I was amazingly strong and confident, and I knew exactly who I was and what I wanted to project and what I wanted to say. And I never remember feeling like that in my entire life, that sure of myself, of who I was and what I'm capable of and my strengths. And I was amazed. I was pleasantly surprised that I have come so far over the years in my self-confidence. And who knew? I mean, when you think about it, I was married all my life, and I've been on my own for about 3.5 years, and it's amazing. No, actually 4 years. It'll be 4 years this spring. And I've come a very long way, but the biggest thing is knowing who I am and knowing that I have a tremendous amount of self-worth, and nobody is ever going to make me feel less than, no matter who they are, no matter how much I love them, no matter how much I want to make them feel like a big guy. I am never, ever going to make anybody let me feel less than. And that's brand new. That's brand new. And I couldn't be more pleased. So that's how my lunch date went. And it was wonderful to see him. And I will love that man until the day I die. And I wish him all the luck in the world. He's kind of actually in a kind of pickle now with the ladies in his life. But I'm not one of them. And I hope I will be his friend forever. And my feelings weren't hurt at all. I was almost grateful. And I was very, very happy to see him. So that was my week. And so the journey continues. And the saga continues. So thank you for being out there. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I hope you do a whole bunch of really fun things. And then when you're all done with that, I hope you'll come back and see me. Okay? Okay.